Hi guys, this is 5:05 in the evening, and yeah, right now I'm working, and I was thinking about filming the video while I'm working because I can basically kill two birds with one stone if that is a right expression. I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, I am basically picking up some questions for the test that I have to prepare for my students. Um, did I say a complete sentence? I am picking up some questions for the test I am preparing for my students. Yes, so, you know, so I'm doing that, and while doing that, maybe I can have some talk with you guys, or I can just talk alone in this video. So, and plus, I am wearing a little bit of makeup, so yeah, I just decided to film myself when I look good. I'm not sure if my makeup is still on because I did it in the morning, so I don't know if it's still on my face. But anyway, yeah, here I am working, very busy. After working, I just came home right away and had some dinner, and yeah, I just started working straight away. And yeah, I'm very tired right now, and especially after holiday shuffle. um, Holiday shuffle wouldn't be the right word for that. I just had some holiday. I had a summer vacation, and I am uploading photos from my summer vacation on my Instagram, like in the proper order. So I am taking a lot of efforts and time on that as well, so you guys can check the photos and whatever stories on my Instagram, about my summer vacation. And yeah, so I just want to talk about some things that are basically going on in my life, and new methods or new solutions or strategies for my students I am trying these days. So okay, let me just I mean, yeah, it's gonna be really hard for me to like speak and choose the questions at the same time, because I definitely have to focus on one thing and one at a time. So it's gonna be really challenging. So I better talk about my new solutions for my students in my classroom. So the new strategy or agenda that I am kind of like trying on my students these days is basically making them study vocabulary. I am doing that on my fifth graders and sixth graders. When you move up to the middle school, the vocabulary, the kinds of vocabulary and grammars and basically I don't know, the kind of the passage that you have to translate and understand basically become different. So to familiarize your students with that kind of new stuff, then you definitely have to prepare them for those new contents. And I think making them memorize and study new vocabulary for middle schoolers would be basically one of the first steps. So in my class, I am basically making them study at least 40 words in a week. I know that is not a big amount of words. Usually, students, especially sixth graders who are about to move up to the middle school, study at least maybe 80 words a week. But my work, my private academy, my after school academy, the after school academy that I'm working for right now is really not that kind of language school. So I am basically trying a bare minimum, so I really cannot make them study too hard, or I really cannot expect them to do a lot of stuff as other language schools, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, you guys are not studying as much as other kids from other language schools, so at least you guys need to do the minimum. So yeah, 40 words a week was the solution for that. And I am pretty happy with their achievements, or their their records. Students who study really hard, and students who are basically very diligent are very successful on the vocabulary tests. I really don't have to like push them to achieve something, but they just do it by themselves. I really don't have to say a lot of things to make them study those words. But still there are a lot of students who have to be pushed, and sometimes like berated for doing nothing on the vocabulary test. Yeah, so I have to push them a little, and I have to basically make them study vocabulary, which is very hard because that kind of process is stressful for both of us, me and my students. But those kind of students really need some like discipline and rules. Rules are the key for studying properly and diligently. And yeah, so anyway, I'm trying that. So I am satisfied with the result of my new solution for new vocabularies in middle school for my students. So yeah, but anyway, like I said in the beginning of this video, I am feeling, did I say it? But I don't know, I am very tired right now. I worked and had dinner, and I started to work right away. So I wish I ate something which can give me energy basically, but I ate a lot. I had a lot of food on my holiday vacation, so I really cannot be eating too much even after the trip. So I'm kind of like cutting back on eating. I really don't have any problem with eating, but I definitely have to be I have to like discipline myself on that. I really can't be eating too much. I sound very exhausted, right? Anyway, and right now, okay, let me just talk to you about what I have done for my students for their first midterm. They are first graders in middle school, and I have finished making worksheets for grammar and reading, like basically analyzing the passage. Analyzing the passage. Did I say that? But anyway, I have finished, working on those worksheets, and now I am, like I said, I am choosing the right questions for The worksheets, which is for basically listening and speaking. I need 40 questions in total, so I'm basically picking up the proper and the best questions for those sheets. And this takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of efforts. Like I definitely, oh my god, there must be like over 100 questions, and I have to pick only 40 questions out of them. So that is very challenging, and that takes time. But to make them get good grades on their very first midterm in their school, in middle school, this is a matter of course. I definitely have to do this. The more efforts I put, the better grade they will get. So I think that is the rule. So I'm trying really hard. So, and what else? So yeah, basically I am, it feels like I am working 24/7 for my students, which is a matter of course. Yeah, I'm a teacher. I am an instructor who has to make sure that they get good grades from their tests. So this is basically, all in a day's work. I hope that is the right expression, but anyway, that is what I have to do as an instructor, and I really enjoy everything. I really love making my own things, my worksheets, and passage analysis worksheets and everything. I really love that. I really enjoy making I really enjoy creating my own intellectual properties, if that's the right term, because it feels like I am making my own stuff. I am making my own materials for my students, which basically has originality. So I definitely enjoy every procedure, and that, creating class material, lecture materials for my students. But sometimes that can be very stressful because, I just want to include every kind of best questions and best analysis, best contents for my own materials. So it definitely takes time and efforts, but it's worth it. And what else? I want to talk about the previous video that I have made. Maybe that video I am talking about right now must have been uploaded like, I don't know, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, just before this video, this one. I want to talk about that. I have checked out the contents or the things that I have talked about in that video, and I have realized that I have sounded a little like pessimistic, if that makes sense. I sounded a little bit like dark, and I sounded like I gave up on some of my students, and that is not true. I was just having, as they say, I was just having a moment of weakness. That's all. I never gave up my students. I mean, at the time I was feeling very low, and I was just so unsatisfied with the results of my students. I mean, the results of how my students are doing, in terms of studying English. I was just so kind of gloomy. I was feeling gloomy, and I couldn't produce energy anymore. That was basically how I was feeling at the time. At the time when I was filming the video, but after that, I just got better. I just got better. I was like, okay, even though I made that video, I said that kind of stuff in that video, but still, they are my students. So I really cannot give up on them. I really cannot, give up on them. So if my solution that I am trying newly these days is really not right for some students, then I am gonna find a new proper solution for those students, those kind of students, because I never give up. I am their instructor, and to be a little bit more realistic, their parents are basically paying me money to, make them study, teach them English. So I definitely have to compensate for that money that I get from those students, right? That is just being realistic, and that's true. I have to do my work. But, at the same time, like getting good grades is really not my own work. That can be created, that can be done only with my efforts. To get good grades, students definitely have to do their own things, do their parts. At the same time, it's together work. It's basically working together. It's not my solitary work. It's not my solitary work. It's not my own. No. How do I have to say it? That is just not my work. That is also their work. They have to put their efforts as well. Yes. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that is basically a group project. And if somebody is not working properly on the group project, then that group project wouldn't be that successful. So yeah, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I am still trying my best, and that's it. I'm just trying my best for my every student. So anyway, I was having dark times, I guess. So that is basically why I sounded so low, and I sounded like I was having a hard time. And I was having a hard time, but still, I'm still trying my best for them. So so that is why I am still working so hard to make my class materials for my students. Anyway, so that is basically, maybe like 80% or 90% of my life right now. I am basically living my life as an instructor. I know that is not healthy. I mean, my job is really not everything of my life. I mean, that can be a big percentage of my life, but that cannot be all, and if I let my work be the best part, or be the greatest part of my life, and everything would get toxic and very unhealthy. So I have to be careful on that. I definitely have to balance. I definitely have to keep a balance between my life and work. That is basically what I have to do to keep myself healthy, mentally healthy especially, and keep my life going basically. But especially these days when I'm basically very busy with my work, it's really hard. But I'm really trying to make time for myself, me time for myself, and basically keep balance, equilibrium or equilibrium. I'm trying to keep equilibrium. I don't think equilibrium is really the right word for this, but anyway, And speaking of keeping the balance of my life, I have paid tuition fee for new semester. The new semester starts on September, and I'm gonna be starting, basically listening to attending the classes, and I'm gonna be starting to attend the classes online, and I'm gonna be taking exams, and I'm gonna get grades. And that is for me. That is basically the main thing that I have to do for my life and for my degree and stuff. So anyway, and I got scholarship, which was about maybe like, I don't know, maybe like $60. No, $600 in dollars. It would be about $600, but in Korean won, it would be like 700,000 won. Yeah, and it would be $600, 600 in dollars. Anyway, yeah, I got a scholarship, so I was so happy that I had to pay less money for the new next the next semester, so I could save some money for myself. And I'm still thinking about what I have to do with that money, but I'm still basically thinking about saving up. I am planning to like going to the graduate school after finishing my after getting my degree on this online school. So yeah, so I definitely have to save up a lot for that graduate school thing. So anyway, so yeah, I think those things are basically what is going on with my life right now. I'm starting a new semester, and I'm basically immersed in the environment where there is a lot of work. So whew. So I think this is it for today's video. Yeah, I mean, I want to make, I don't know, I want to make more productive and, more educational and more helpful content for my videos. But, these days, like I said, my life is very shambolic. So, yeah, I have to concentrate 100% on my work right now. So, maybe after finishing, I mean, I am basically in the beginning of my career, so this time would be the busiest of my career, busiest time of my career, right? So it must be a matter of course that I really cannot make extra time for, taking care of my contents of my videos. This is basically doing my best. I am at least I am making videos. I am uploading videos on my channel. So anyway, what I was trying to say is that, I can take care of the contents of my videos more, but, these days, yeah, I have to focus on my work and my studying. So it would be impossible, but, after getting a little bit like stable on my career and on my studying, then I would definitely take care of what is going on with my channel. So this would be the best that I can do. Anyway, I will never give up my students, no matter how hard it would be, because I am their teacher, I'm an instructor, and I want to be a great influence on them. I want to be giving them positivity and positive influence. And, I just want them to have at least one adult who will never give up on them. I'm not saying, a lot of adults gave up on them, but still, no matter how bad their grades would be, I will never give up on them. At least I want to be a very helpful person and very, hopeful hopeful person for them in their life. But anyway, I will never give up on them. I'm still trying my best, and this is basically my career, the beginning of my career. So this is the most important time for me, for my career, I think. So yeah, I am basically I think I am saying basically too much, but anyway, I am giving 100% of myself for this. So my career, my students, and my studying, yeah, I would say I am living the busiest in my life right now. So this is it. It must, I think it was some kind of a like life update video. Anyway, yes, so this is it. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope that, everything would work out very well for you guys at the end of the day. There must be very hard times. There must be times when things really do not go the way you want, but never give up. That is basically how it is. The world, your life in this world never goes, it doesn't always go the way you want. So just keep trying. That is basically what I'm doing. And yes, just be grateful for everything that is positive is happening to you. Just be grateful for those. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you guys have a great day as well. Bye.